What made you choose to go down the pathway of quilt making as your
There
medium
were
of
a number of
choice?
things, a number of reasons. First of all, in the early 1970s, there was a widespread focus on traditional American arts and crafts because we were leading up to the Bicentennial celebration, which took place in 1976. And so there was a lot of writing about and reporting on various traditional art and craft practices, historical practices that go back to the founding of this country and so on, and before that. And so that attention got my attention, and I was especially um, wowed by the graphic designs in quilts, that many of which were so powerful visually that they were arresting. It was hard not to pay attention to them. And that coincided with my marrying my late wife, Judith, who was a sewer and had been since she was a child. And we met in art school. She was a graphic design and photography major. And once we started building a life together, she had all the accoutrements of sewing around. And I was, I've always been a bit of an iconoclast or a maverick, and I don't follow prescribed modes of operation. So the fact that I was a man looking at something that historically women didn't phase me. In fact, I was hoping it would endear myself to her even more because I thought of myself as a feminist, and she certainly was. In any case, she encouraged me, and I started dabbling in this partly as a relief from the stress of working on my Master of Fine Arts degree. And by the time I finished my degree, the interesting thing was I had been paying attention, of course, to what was happening in the art world broadly. And that was the moment when installation art was starting to become a form, and performance art was starting to get momentum. And I was not interested in that. And I was not seeing myself fitting into what I sensed at the time was the future of fine arts, at least at a certain level. And so within a few months of getting my graduate degree, I stopped painting altogether and was working exclusively in fabric. And that was by 1974, that's what I was doing. And the rest is history, as they say.